Today is Thursday, March 24th, and today was Big Friday, but on Thursday. So power snatches, 35 sets of doubles, and then power clean plus power jerks for 35 sets of 2 plus 1. So I guess not technically, or not exactly Big Friday. It's more pseudo Friday, given that they're not the actual competition lifts. But in any case, starting with these power snatches, today's session wasn't fantastic by any means. I think overall it was better than last week. And for two reasons, I think. One, power snatches I've always just historically been bad at. Like, they're definitely like my worst snatch variation. I'm much better at hang power snatches, which probably is an indication that, or not probably, it definitely is an indication that there's something funky going on in the first pull. Because I think the issue I had today was just there's a lot of like hips being thrown forward and my weight being shifted pretty back or behind midfoot, which sort of causes me to jump back quite a bit and not push like vertically or as vertically up as I would have liked. And then another thing also just is that with what I mentioned about the first pull, I just haven't had that much practice lately at all lifting off of the ground. Like, I've been doing snatch deadlifts and stuff like that, but when it comes to like lifting like straight from the ground and then two overhead, I just haven't had that much practice lately, because last week was the first day that we started doing lifts off the ground with the Friday session last week with the power snatches. Last week I was actually intending on lifting at 70 kilograms, or I guess 165 is the equivalent at Stanford, but I took 135 last week and I was like, okay, I think this is probably the right place to stop because the movement quality is just not good at all. But today, I think it was a little bit better, especially just because I was a little bit more conscious about what the problems were from last week. But I still am struggling quite a bit in terms of just like the amount of jumping back I do and like the height at which I catch the bar, or I guess stop the bar. And so here in this third set, I actually, quote unquote, fail the second rep. Fail as in it's not powered, but I don't like actually like drop it or bail it or anything, or bail out of it. But you can see, I'm getting plenty of height. It's just the timing of like when to start pushing up, like right at the moment where the bar should feel weightless, because it's sort of it stops its ascent and like it's right before it starts its descent. I've always had trouble with timing, like pushing up against the bar in that moment, but today in particular, and especially with the timing feeling a little bit more off with the way I'm starting off the ground versus like at the knee from the hang. So today was just sort of everything kind of felt wacky, but I think so last week's session was like all of this stuff, but exacerbated. I think I experienced all of these problems last week, but they were a little bit worse, even with the lighter weight. And so in that sense, it's a little bit better than last week, but I'm sort of still struggling with the same issues. And I was supposed to call, I was supposed to talk with Aaron about how to address some of the issues that I faced last week before the session this week, but I just sort of didn't get a chance to. And so hopefully we'll sort of sort things out, and I'll have a clearer idea of like how to address these problems, I guess, because it was mostly just like self correction, I guess, just from watching last week's videos and thinking about what it is that I need to correct. But yeah, that was that. And then moved on to the power clean plus power jerks. Quite honestly, the power cleans, similar issues. Like, they weren't great because of me being out of practice with the first pull. I definitely think I'm better at power cleans than I am at power snatches, just because I think the clean overall is a movement that I'm more comfortable with, and it's just less technical. But I still have the same issues. Like, I'm not in a great position at extension. I like throw my hips forward, I jump back quite a bit, like I just did right there. So not as bad as power snatch, but still not great. So I think hashing out this first pull in both in the clean off the ground and the snatch off the ground is something that I would like to focus on, or I should focus on hammering out. And it's not like I've had issues with starting off the ground my whole lifting career. Like I've, been in a spot where that wasn't really an issue. And so I think it's just a matter of getting more reps in and getting used to sort of what it should feel like and then getting back to that. And then with the power jerks, I think I wasn't doing that great of a job, or I didn't do that great of a job of like consciously differentiating between the push jerk and the power jerk. Like I think out of having done the push jerk for the last, 7, 8 weeks, I've definitely like gotten very much used to the push jerk, and it feels very natural and it feels very good. Like I feel like it has come a long way. There are some reps here and there where I think this set I like just it's a push jerk. It's not a power jerk. Like you can see me continue to push up, or you can see me push myself down as the bar is still rising, and like my feet don't. So you can kind of see there. Like I think the difference is obviously subtle to begin with, but I think I could have done a better job of like consciously differentiating between the two, and making sure that I'm actually like doing a power jerk here instead of a push jerk. But I do think that I am a lot more solid with the push jerk. I think the third set, I was trying to be conscious about doing a power jerk, but it just was not as good. But in any case, solid work overall today, I think, and then finished up with some pull-ups and some abs, and then called it a day.